I'm going to be separating out the seeds as I can, since I am going to use these. So this is from the top. Let's get these seeds, and then anything that's waste will just go on the table. So about 30 or 45 minutes later, here are the seeds. I've got to let these soak so I can get off all of the pumpkin from them. That always takes a little bit of time, but you see the mess I'm left with here. I'm going to start cleaning up. Over here, I got the pumpkin seeds pre-cleaned, just letting those soak in some cold water. And I told you that I was going to save those other pieces. So I have those in the refrigerator in the cold water here. And I'm actually going to clean these up tonight. Put these in the oven, put a little olive oil, salt and pepper. And bake those up along with my asparagus. And I'm going to have some sausage links tonight for dinner. I got my pumpkin pieces right here. Let me get a little bit of, I'm just going to use a little bit of foil inside this pan right here. I got some olive oil. Drizzle here. And I'm going to take my pieces of pumpkin, and these go right onto there. Going to season those. Of course, we're going to use some kosher salt, some pepper, of course. Get some good pepper on there. I'm gonna put these in the oven, maybe 400, and then I'll just kind of check on them as they cook. This is something that I like to use on everything. I've talked about this before, Salad Supreme. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that on there. Okay, and just gonna place these into the oven. Like I said, let me just drizzle a little bit more oil on these. Okay, into the oven it goes. I'm gonna just let these soak for a while, and then I'll, rinse them, let them soak, rinse them, let them soak, and let them dry out. And those will also go in the oven, but I'll show you that process a little later. Into the oven this goes. into the oven. Speaking of horror, look at this hair. No, actually, I am actually, speaking of horror, I'm actually enjoying American Horror Story this season, especially with episode 4. So, yeah, if you're not watching it, I would give this season a try. At least so far, it has gradually made me sort of remember what American Horror Story used to be like. Definitely better than last season. That New York thing was horrible, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. So give that a try if you want a little bit of horror in your life. I just wanted to give you guys and ladies a shot of my dinner tonight. I'm having asparagus, some sausage, and the pumpkin that I roasted. All of this was cooked in the oven, so I want to eat it while it's hot. So yeah, I just haven't been doing a good job of showing you finished dishes as I make them. So thank you. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Getting the pumpkin seeds ready is just rinsing them off and then making sure they're dry. Then we're going to season them up, put them in the oven for a little bit. I'm going to coat them with a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, like I said earlier, repeating myself, and then just bake them. So here we go. I'm using cold water. I need to purchase some new colanders. Right now, this is the only strainer I have. So I'm definitely going to write that on the chalkboard that I made. Please see my other video about making the chalkboard. And I'll let you know when I get those new colanders. I'll show those to you on here. Let's grab another bowl for these. What we're trying to do with this rinse is just get off the pumpkin. And basically just to clean these, a nice little rinse like this is going to be enough. The main thing is to get these dry. So I'm going to use some paper towels to show you how I dry these off. I'm going to use this pan right here to dry the seeds off. Let me wipe this out. So we have this pan. And to that, we're going to add couple of paper towels. So next for these, you want to try to keep these on the paper towel. This is from 2 pumpkins, so quite a lot here. And they do not want to stay on the paper towel. So that's okay. That's okay. What we're trying to do is just dry these off. So I'm going to take 2 more paper towels. And I'm going to put those on top. And I'm going to just start doing this to them to dry them out. Just trying to soak up any moisture that's left on the pumpkin seeds. Okay. And now they're a little, very kind of slick, you know. You can imagine being in the pumpkin. Let's just try to get these all dried. Just move these around. Okay, now I'm going to remove the other paper towel. And this paper towel has soaked up most of the moisture, so we won't use this one. Actually, we're gonna kind of wring this one out and just keep using both of these until we got these as dry as possible. Just going back in and trying to soak up any more moisture. We won't be able to get it all because we just won't be. Still got little pieces of pumpkin mixed in, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay, now let's go ahead and season these and get them ready for the pan. And we got our olive oil that we're going to use. And that's why we wanted to get that water off of them so that all of the seasonings will stick pretty good. So I lost one here in the butter tray, but that's okay. We'll get rid of that one. So we're going to sprinkle in some kosher salt, salad supreme. This has a cheesy flavor that I really like, what it adds to different foods that I make. Of course, there's some pepper. And then just going to mix this up by hand. I'm going to cook like some of these in here, but I've got another flat pan. Let me grab that. And then I'm going to keep some in this pan here. I think that's a nice little mix of both pans. And we'll just put them both on each rack of the oven. Let's preheat the oven to 400. The oven is ready, so I have put the pumpkin seeds into the oven. So we're just gonna wait for those to cook. I'll check on those, like I'm gonna go like 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna come in and just check on them. All right, let's check on the pumpkin seeds. I do like my pumpkin seeds to be a little bit more on the crunchier side. So these are just about done. I'd say 5 or 10 more minutes, no more than that. And I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna put these on the top rack and change this one to the bottom rack. So let's take these out for a second. So you see how these look. Go ahead and move these around, spread them out so that they're even, so that they don't stick also. These are going to go on the bottom rack now. We're Put these back in on the top rack. 5-10 more minutes. I can smell the pumpkin seeds, so that flat pan is done. I know it's done and it's ready to come out, so I'm just gonna take it out now. And these are gonna be nice and crispy and slightly burnt, but that's okay. And then actually, this pan is just about ready. I'm going to just kind of move these around one more time and place these back in the oven, but I'm going to turn the oven off. On the top rack, next video you see will be those finished. In fact, let me just show you this again. These are done, just need to cool off. See, some are a little bit more charred than the others, but I like them like that because they're not going to be chewy. You're going to be able to just kind of go crunch into them, and it's going to be a nice little healthy snack, lightly seasoned. And yeah, those are going to be ready. So let's turn this oven off. All we got to do is take the other one out and we're all good. So about 5 more minutes. All right, these are done and ready to come out. Both pans are done. Oh, lost one. That's okay. Okay. I'm going to let those cool off and then put them in a container. But I think right now, as we end this video, I need to taste one, see how it tastes, you know. One here. Perfect. Perfect. Not undercooked, not overcooked. Let me try another one. Try 2. Perfect. Yep. Perfect snack for Halloween, especially if you're messing with those pumpkins. So, as we go out of the video, let's take a little look at the pumpkin seeds. This pan is still talking because it just came out. All right, thank you for joining me for making the pumpkin seeds. More to come in a little bit. Just wanted to show you the finished pumpkin seeds after they've come out of the pumpkins, after they've been in the oven, after they cooked. This is the next day. Currently eating these now. Very good, very delicious. Enjoying these. Yeah, so give this a try. Bake them for about, it was like a total of maybe 20 minutes, more or less. Just keep checking on them. Get them to the tenderness that you want. Make sure you use olive oil and salt and pepper, whatever other seasonings you want to use. And there you go. So I'm going to try not to go crazy on these. But yeah, pumpkin seeds are a good source of nutrition. Hello, hi. I know the place is a mess, but don't look at that. Hey, I said don't look at that. Hey, stay with me. Stay with me. Forget the mess. Okay, so today we're working on a window project. We're working on putting something in the window for Halloween. We're gonna make a spooky little lady. So let's get to measuring the window. That'll be the first part that we need to do.
Of all levels can enjoy the amenities, including training arenas and scenic trails. Prepare to be enchanted by the magic of the local Halloween parade, a spectacle that ignites the imagination.
So we got 25 by 26, 25 width, 26 height. So we gotta find some paper. So where are we gonna find that at? You know, this place. Okay, got some stuff here. Maybe, I feel like it needs to be on a white background to be seen from the window. So I've got these pieces here. Let's see what I've got back there. Yeah, let's use one of these poster boards. That might be the right size, but we're gonna measure it to find out. So this piece of paper is 22 by 28. So I think that is going to be what it's going to be. We'll just cut down the 28 part. And I think that will be cool to fit in the window. So I need to just cut this down by 2 inches. So I'm going to just use scissors to cut that 2 inches off. Don't want to have to get out the other thing. This is going to be a quick, kind of easy process. The design of the lady is going to be pretty easy. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to paint or use construction paper. Construction paper might be better because it'll just sort of give it a little bit more dimension. But I'm going to figure that part out when I get to it. Let's get this cut. Let's make sure this will fit in the window. So I'm just gonna test it, make sure it fits in. Let's get to fixing it up. So I have determined that the colors I need for this are black, orange, and I'm gonna go with yellow. On the picture that I'm using for the inspiration, there's gray, but I think yellow will pick up more in the darkness from the sidewalk, from the street. So I need to see if I have black construction paper, orange, maybe some red, black and yellow. So yeah, time to do it. This yellow and orange are kind of similar, so I'm just kind of going through some of these other colors I have, making sure of what I want. I know I need some black, probably gonna need at least 2 of those. The blue, I'm not sure. I don't think I need the blue. this lady, she's going to be like a vampire. So I think I'm going to use a little bit of that green right there. Yeah. I'll keep this, I'm going to try to work with all of these colors right here. Even the red. Because I'm going to modify the picture just a little bit. So, alright. I got to do some sketching. A little bit of drawing. So I've got the image showing on the paper now. I'm using my projector. So gonna go with that. I'm gonna start with eyeballs. I'm gonna make them blue. So just gonna cut out some ovals. Oh shit, I'm still recording. Okay, so when you're working on projects, they do evolve. So let's see how it's looking right now. We got a lot of glare. So let's bring this in here and have a look at it. So what I'm thinking about this lady right now is she looks a little bit like Pennywise. So I am going to call her Pennywise's the bride of Pennywise. And one thing that I'm going to do with this is, because I kind of am running out of sort of space to make this look the way I want to, I'm just going to go ahead and just sort of cut out this part. So let me do that and you'll see what I'm talking about when I finish. So now this is how the wife of Pennywise, or the bride of Pennywise, looks now. And I think I'm just going to go with it like this and tape it up in the window. I'll try to get a shot from the outside, but I may not. So this may be the last you see of her. But she's going in the window for Halloween, for our Halloween series, episode 2. And you saw also the pumpkin seeds, which ties back into the pumpkins from last week. But I think this is going to do it. Going to get this in the window. You'll get maybe a few more shots of it. We'll see. But if not, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you next week for episode 3 of Halloween, the Halloween series. All right. Thank you for joining me on Michael Meg Gill.